Hello friends, I am Jeyan. This is our channel Jeyan Social. Today our topic is DNA information regulation. In order to find the person's identity, we use DNA profiling. DNA profiling are mainly used to find the strong evidences against mysterious cases and to solve the parental disputes. Then what are the challenges in this DNA profiling and won't it affect the right to privacy? Then what about the DNA Regulation Bill 2019? That all we are going to reveal in this video. Recently, the Parliamentary Committee on Science and Technology released a report on DNA Technology Use and Application Regulation Bill 2019, which regulates the use of DNA profiling for identifying person. The report highlighted the state-of-the-art technology DNA profiling used for crime investigation, but at the same time, the report also worry about the right to privacy and the misuse of DNA profiling. Before we are going to know what is DNA profiling, let me understand the basic about DNA. That is the deoxyribonucleic acid is a part of nucleus of every cell in our body, which is used to transfer genetic information from one generation to next generation. The information such as like the color of hair, then eye color, then the structure of body, the skin color, then any genetic diseases, or else the nose size or the ear lobe size, such a kind of information that will be passed from one generation to next generation. The entire information won't be passed exactly from the parent to the child, but at the same time few of the information may be passed to next generation. The entire genetic information of a person is not unique from other person. Even more than 97% of genome of a chimpanzee is matched with human. But at the same time, a pattern of genome used to unique for every human being. So if we extract that pattern and save that DNA pattern in DNA bank, that is called DNA profiling. That will be used for crime investigation. For example, if any crime committed anywhere else, then the crime spot will be examined to collect the DNA samples. That may be hair, nail or any blood sample. Then the DNA sample will be profiled to check this sample with the already existing DNA profile in the DNA bank. If any matches occur, then it will be easy for the finding that criminals. Regarding to DNA, we already have a video titled Amazing Gene Editing in our Jeyan Social channel in the playlist of Disease and Cure, which deal about the recent gene editing tool CRISPR, which got Nobel Prize in recent time, which deal about the curing of genetic diseases and the application of gene editing in agriculture and many more fields. If you are interested, you can watch that. Okay, now let me look into the DNA Technology Use and Application Regulation Bill 2019. The first one is right to privacy. We already have the bill is called Personal Data Protection Bill. So we must take care of revealing very sensitive DNA information before we have the legal protection. Then the DNA samples which are collected from the crime spot need to be investigated very properly, and the process of extracting DNA profile from the DNA sample need to be done very sensitively and without any misleading. Then the next concern is biological monitoring. For instance, suppose a murder is committed on the platform of railway station. Here every day hundreds of commuters used to use that platform. So unknowingly they may leave any DNA samples. For instance, their hair may be fell on the spot. So once the crime is committed in that spot, then the spot will be marked, then the DNA sample will be collected. But at the same time, the criminal may not leave any DNA sample on the spot. So the sample that is collected from the crime spot may be profiled, and which may lead to misleading, and as a result of that the innocent people may be get punished. So the people, those who are not related with the crime, also come into DNA profiling. As a result of that, the DNA sample of people not related with the crimes also profiled. So how long these profiled DNA samples need to be stored in the database, and for which kind of crimes the DNA samples need to be collected and profiled, that all questions need to be answered first. Then the lab need to do the DNA profiling is not enough in India. Only 2 to 3% of DNA profiling labs are available in India. Then the marginalized section of Indian people don't have enough legal support in our societies. Since these people are mostly illiterate, they are unable to know the constitutional rights. So these people, victim as well as the people committed crime, need to spend many years for legal battle. There are people also under trial without conviction for many years. So the DNA profiling may be misused against these marginalized vulnerable people. Then the DNA profiling also may be used caste specific data finding also. Now let me look into the solution for the challenges in the DNA Technology Regulation Bill 2019. The first one is right to privacy. That need to be solved through first enactment of Personal Data Protection Bill into Act, then followed by we may consider the DNA Regulation Bill into Act. Then we must have enough DNA profiling labs in India. Then the bill also guaranteed that formation of independent regulator to take decision on the DNA profiling. But at the same time, the independent regulator have more authority, that is more power, and also the transparency as well as accountability is a big question. That can be solved through forensic evidence regulator to oversee these data profiling laboratory as well as the data profiling process. Okay friends, what do you think about this video? Do you think that DNA profiling is the only solution for mysterious cases and parental disputes? Then won't it affect the innocent people? Then what about the right to privacy? Give your opinion in our comment section. We shall meet again in our next discussion. Until then, take care. Love you all. Bye bye.